Hello everyone, David Allen joined the criticism of the upcoming fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven. I really don't like this fight. It should not have been sanctioned. It should have been an exhibition bout. He should have vacated the belts and allowed Wardley, Cabale, and the other heavyweights to get their chance to become champion. Let them fight for the titles while you have your exhibition fights and make money. I'm not jealous of him. He has had a wonderful career, but it shouldn't come at the expense of other people's careers. We have seen fights like Fury vs Ngannou, but this one, in my opinion, is the most ridiculous. I don't want to go too hard on the WBC. There are other sanctioning bodies, there are protocols and procedures. Everyone pays their fees and does what they're supposed to do to move up the rankings because they want their opportunity. I don't want to dictate who Usyk should fight, but it should happen at the right time and move the division forward. And you know what we don't want? We don't want this fight camp to take almost a year, then the fight happens, and afterward the division is delayed for another year. And in the end Fabio Wardley is left as the only person with a chance at another heavyweight belt. So how did the idea of a fight with Usyk actually come about? It's quite an interesting story. We had a call and heard something like this: the fight could happen, but AJ needs time to recover physically and mentally. Okay, that means somewhere around March we will know more. Fine, don't worry, we understand and respect the situation. So we left the topic alone. I was still in Spain. We came into the gym, and my coach and boxing mentor Peter Fury said, "Listen, I've been thinking, what if you fought Oleksandr Usyk? What if? Isn't that an option?" I liked the idea, but I didn't know if it was possible. I said I would check. A few days after that conversation, I called them and said, "I have an idea. Actually, my team and I have an idea, and I wanted to discuss it with you." I have been the undisputed champion for the last 12 years in my discipline. Oleksandr Usyk was the undisputed champion at cruiserweight, then moved up to heavyweight and became champion there, staying undefeated for a long time. So why not have a fight between two undisputed champions? They answered with one phrase: "I like it." They started discussing the idea with Oleksandr, he liked it as well, and they decided to make it happen. Will it be a title fight? For which title exactly, we will see. I'm not against simply stepping into the ring with Usyk. Then they said, the WBC belt will be on the line because he has a mandatory defense. I don't know all the details, but they have rules and sanctions. They evaluate opponents and their credibility. I think the WBC evaluated my credibility as a fighter from the perspective of combat sports since I am a kickboxer. As I said, I have been dominating kickboxing for more than 10 years. I think that was enough for them to recognize this fight as a WBC heavyweight world title fight. Throughout his career he has hardly ever lost. Of course there were moments here and there, but overall he beats everyone. And when he fights the same opponents a second time, the victory usually comes easier for him. When you watch his fights, you can notice certain weaknesses. I definitely see them. But he is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And honestly, I like seeing that, because that's how I approached kickboxing and my opponents as well. I also fought the same fighters 2 or 3 times. I kept doing it and kept winning, becoming better and better, becoming the best version of myself while never losing focus. You have to stay concentrated and maintain mental toughness and endurance. That's exactly what he does. So yes, it's a serious challenge. A very serious one. And I'm extremely excited about it. A Nevada court sided with Oscar de la Hoya, blocking Virgil Ortiz from leaving for another promoter. It turned out that there was a legal nuance in the contract. Terminating distribution relations with a platform does not automatically cancel a boxer's obligations to the promotional company. Ortiz's fight with Ennis this spring will not take place. Promoter Eddie Hearn has been forced to stop negotiations. Ortiz is prohibited from negotiating or signing contracts with anyone other than de la Hoya until the arbitration process is completed. The case is expected to last at least until September, which effectively prevents the champion from fighting in the first half of the year. Ortiz also risks losing a guaranteed 8-figure contract that had been offered by competitors. While Ortiz is tied up in legal battles, Jaron Ennis will be looking for new opponents. Likely options could be Josh Kelly and Alexander Sis. The IBF has confirmed that it will not sanction the fight between Jai Opetaia and Brandon Glanton scheduled for March 8. Opetaia will be stripped of his IBF title as soon as he enters the ring to face Glanton, as the organization requires him to carry out a mandatory defense against a contender from its rankings. Since the Zuffa boxing title is considered a third-party belt and is not recognized by the Big Four sanctioning bodies, the IBF views the fight with Glanton as a violation of the champion's obligations. Unlike the IBF, the Ring magazine has sanctioned the bout. As a result, the vacant Zuffa boxing belt and Opetaia's The Ring championship will be on the line. Roy Jones expressed skepticism about a possible rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. For those guys, it's a good option. They'll make serious money, and from that perspective I like it. But personally, this fight doesn't excite me, because I wanted to see it 5 years before it actually happened. Even the first time it took place too late for me, and now even more so. Still, I'm not going to criticize them if they can make money from it. Good luck to them. Tony Bellew has picked a favorite in the Wardley vs Dubois fight. It's a fantastic fight. People keep saying that Daniel Dubois is the better boxer than Fabio Wardley. I actually don't think that's true. I believe Fabio Wardley has a richer arsenal. It seems to me that he's capable of doing more different things in the ring. I also think he has better defense. Don't get me wrong, there is one thing Daniel does better. He can simply walk into the ring with pure aggression and power. Of course, in that aspect he is more skilled. But overall, I think Fabio is better, and he will show it on fight night. Light heavyweight boxer Imam Khatib hopes that Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev will eventually have a third fight. I think Bivol is behaving incorrectly toward Beterbiev. After the first fight, when Artur became the undisputed champion, he immediately agreed to a rematch. Artur has said many times that Dmitry is avoiding the third fight. That's not right, but I hope their trilogy will finally happen soon. Naturally, I would very much like Artur to come out of it as the winner. Thank you very much for watching. Alexander Petrov was with you. Leave your opinion in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next episode. Bye everyone. Waving hand.
Off drugs.